but I loved it. Wabi Sabi, simple, authentic, comfortable, understated, beautiful, aged, open, welcoming, warm hospitality, hugs, smiles, fire crackling in the fireplace, homemade cookies, pies, homemade bread. There was a huge wooden picnic table with imperfections and benches. When I was a kid, I used to rub my hand over the imperfections and I could feel the softness of the wood table. And on it was simple bread and butter, cloth, beautiful napkins made of wonderful fabrics, a small vase with one freshly cut flower, a woven basket of old games in the corner, like Parcheesi. Remember Parcheesi? Anybody? Monopoly. And the corners were worn off of the box. A big blue, comfortable, beautiful blanket was on a big leather-worn couch. A woven basket of collected old rocks of different shapes and different sizes. There was a huge wooden bookshelf with books that were brand new and books that were really, really old. Right next to them were some colorful Indian pottery. And then when I went outside, there was green grass. There were areas of colorful bushes and flowers and fruit trees with huckleberries and marionberries. A vegetable garden with every vegetable possible, and there was a big old plant shed out in the back with moss grown on the top and tools hanging neatly outside of the shelf. And in the center of this yard was a croquet set. You know what croquet? And there was colorful balls in the middle, And I loved it. My aunt and uncle, Ed, my Aunt Ruth lived there. And I look forward each year to seeing them as they greeted us in these old hand-knit cardigan sweaters they wore each summer. It was down in Eugene, Oregon, and it was really cool out and beautiful. And their hair was salt and pepper. They wore these comfortable clothes and shoes. They were the essence of Wabi Sabi. This life, this house of theirs was the essence of Wabi Sabi. See, they lived this lifestyle. And as a kid, I didn't have a name for it, but I knew that it felt right. Judy mentioned in the story that Wabi Sabi is a feeling. And that's what it felt like when I went to my aunt and uncle's house. It was this feeling of comfort and of beauty. It was comfort and beauty, of natural beauty. See, not only their house and their appearance, but their being. Their beingness was Wabi Sabi. It was this comfortableness that included a connection between each of us. There was 5 of us kids that used to go visit, and they had a connection with each of us. And each summer, they would take us aside and spend time with each of us and ask us questions, about school and about life. Something that usually adults didn't do in those days too much. They had stuff to do, but Ruth and Ed did that. And then as we left, we each got something from their house. That's like a rock, and I remember the last summer I was there, I was given this scarf, beautiful fabric scarf that Aunt Ruth left for me when she went to Paris. And I treasured that forever, They were appreciative, they were beautiful, they were old to me, they were probably 40. 50s, they were probably in their 50s at the time. And they were humble. They were humble people, very humble people, see? This is Wabi Sabi, you guys. This refers to stuff. We can Wabi Sabi our kitchen, we can Wabi Sabi our house, but it refers to us. And when we talk about Wabi Sabi life, we talk about a life of simpleness, of appreciation, of accepting, what is in our life. It's about simplicity and about beauty, natural beauty. It's about the quality of our moments. And that's what they lived, and I didn't know, and I can remember just loving. I could never explain why I loved to go there, because there wasn't anything fancy, there wasn't anything that we did. It was just being there and being with them and connecting and having a cup of cocoa with them and with the family, to being together. See, Wabi Sabi, okay, is a way of seeing the world that is at the heart of Japanese culture. In the world according to Zen, it's not about words. Life isn't about words. And we're trying to talk about what it is. I'm trying to make you feel it, you know, by the music, by the quietness of today. That's what Wabi Sabi is. Loosely translated, Wabi means simplicity. Whether it's elegant or it's rustic, it's simple. And Sabi means the beauty of age and wear. And that's talking about us too, right? Think about that. It's the beauty of aging. I love that. I think I like that the best. Why? You know, simple beauty of aging, whether it's a person or an object. Like leaves that age, you know, they get beautiful and yellow and, you know, crispy, you know, that's what we're talking about. Wabi Sabi finds beauty and harmony in what is simple and imperfect and natural and moderate, modest and mysterious. It's comfortable. See, beauty appears when age and time are allowed to take their intended course. And it may be best understood as a feeling. Just a feeling, when you take that breath, sometimes everything changes. It's getting out of your head, trying to figure everything out and drop into your heart and just being, right? Just being with that, each other, with being with the flowers, with being with nature, with just beingness, you know? There's an understated grace in people that live this Wabi Sabi lifestyle. It embraces the natural passage of time, and wow, how different than our Western culture, right? When we're so hurried about doing everything. I think I can relate to this so much because I've been so busy and there's so much going on in my life that all I want to do is just, I want to breathe, you know, I want to slow down, I want to see the beauty that's in every single piece of every cell in everybody's body. Is beauty. I want to see the beauty in my yard, I want to see the beauty in a ditch, the beauty in everything, because it's there. And when we live this Wabi Sabi life, we see it, because we go deeper and we see the essence of appearances, right? See, what I see here is the surface until I go deeper. And as I go deeper up here, I promise you this is true. As I drop, and I can feel myself, I've talked about this before, drop to my heart, from my head, I see you differently. It's just the way it is. So when you just walk in and say hello to somebody, you know, you're saying it from here. But after you've been with them for a while and you connect at a heart level and can talk for a minute, you see the essence. That's Wabi Sabi. It's seeing the beauty in each other. And you quit judging, right? You quit judging what you see. And you experience a whole different beingness. Right? When you first see somebody, what do you see? You know, their hair, their eyes, their nose, their clothes. Pretty soon that all goes away. And when you look in their eyes, you see nothing but soul. Nothing but soul. This is Wabi Sabi. You know, this is Wabi Sabi. The lifestyle calls for living modestly, accepting our own imperfections, and learning to be comfortable with who we are. That's huge. Being comfortable with who you are right now, not having to change anything about you. Knowing that within your imperfection is your perfection. You know? That's huge. And bringing this Wabi Sabi into our life can be as simple as being just humble, warm, loving, and welcoming. There's not a big to-do list if you want to be Wabi Sabi. You know, it doesn't require anything than just starting appreciating the moment that you're in right now. That's the essence of spiritual life, isn't it, really? Of just being able to breathe and appreciate where you are right now. And right now, it's perfect. You're with people who care for you, who love you. Right now, you are. Breathe that in for a minute. That's the lifestyle. See, I find myself so drawn to this sacred, slower lifestyle right now. It's funny. I probably couldn't have done this talk a few, years ago. But I see myself as I start to age. wanting to slow down, maybe not even wanting to, but you have to slow down, right, a little bit. You have to slow down a little bit. And when you slow down, you abandon the perfect. And I love that. I don't have to keep up with anybody. I don't have to be perfect anymore. I just have to be who I am, and who I am is perfect enough. But was it Mary Poppins who said,
yes.
what'd you say? Imperfectly perfect, or, you know? I think that's what I'm talking about. You know, the perfect kind of life is your unique life. It's embracing our flaws, right? We all have them. We all have cracks, and we all have flaws, and we all have stuff that we've been through in life. You know, there's another term. I just think the Japanese culture is pretty neat. There's another term called kintsugi. I was talking to Judy about it this morning, and she knew about it. And it's what it is it's the art of, like there's been a bowl and it's been repaired with gold. It's a broken pottery and they repair it with gold, beautiful gold. And they made it more beautiful than it was before, right? So the lesson in kintsugi is that something becomes broken, it can be put back together and made stronger because it was broken, see? So we can apply that to our life where Wabi Sabi is seeing the beautiful in the aged. Kintsugi is becoming stronger, made stronger because of what we've been through from our cracks, right? We've been made stronger. So think of in your life, you know, how the stuff that you have gone through has made you stronger and better and more beautiful. So as we age, we have more flaws. We just do. But we paint them over with gold as we transform ourselves. We let the light shine through them. That's what this is about. I have this mantle in my house, and I don't know if I've told this story before, but I moved to a brand new house. No, it's not brand new, but we redid my house. And I needed a mantle. We had this great fireplace. I loved it. I put new brick on the fireplace. And the fireplace had imperfections in it. You know, it's one of those bricks that have all these imperfections in it. And it was really beautiful, but it needed a mantle on it. So I was kind of looking around, and my brother, and you've heard me speak of my brother, and I have to laugh every time I think of him, but he lives closer to me now. He lived up in Washington, and he moved down here. And he goes, I have a mantle. And I go, who has a mantle in their garage? I mean, and he goes, Glenda, you know what mantle I have? He goes, I have the mantle of the house that we grew up in, you know, our whole lives. We grew up in Yakima, Washington, right? And we lived in this big house. There was 7 of us in the house, and we had this old mantle. And the thing was beat up back then. That's 40-some years ago, right? Well, longer than that. But I said, how'd you get the mantle? He goes, well, when Dad sold the house, I sawed it off of the thing and took it. And I said, you've been carrying that mantle around? The guy's been homeless, okay? He's been homeless, he's lived all over different places, you know, crazy lifestyle, but he's hauled this mantle with him everywhere. So I said, okay, let me see the mantle, you know. And so I get it, and it's this big, long wood, you know, 2x4, right? You know, and it's all beat up and everything. And I said, okay, you know what, I want that mantle. That mantle has so many memories. It's got our family, you know. It's got all the times that we were together in it. So he brought it over, and my daughter and him sanded it all down, and they made it beautiful. That's Wabi Sabi, you understand? It's old, it's, you know, it's aged, and it's beautiful. Old, aged, and beautiful, and it just sits. I was going to bring a picture of it today and put it up here. I wish I would have. I mean, it won't look special to you. It's just a big brown thing, but if you get really close to it, you can see all the lines in it, and you can see where it's kind of chipped and stuff. And it goes so perfectly, where I have something beautiful, like on my mantle, this beautiful thing, and then I have this wood mantle, and I love it. And that's what it is. That's Wabi Sabi. You know, it's a little bit of Wabi Sabi and a little bit of the, you know, fixing up like the kintsugi is, or kintsugi. So, you know, and I love that. What I think is that, you know, in closing, I'm trying to get you to feel this lifestyle of authenticity. And I know you guys already live this. I know that you live this because that's what it's about. It's about acceptance. It's about authenticity. You know, Wabi Sabi just asks us to slow down. You know, it asks me to quit talking so fast. I'm trying really hard not to move through this really fast and get excited because that's usually what I do. But I want to slow down, and I want to be able to see things deeply. And it helps us to discover the essence of the beauty that ordinarily is passed over by our head, right? When we're in our head. It helps us to resist judgment because we're so slow. We're so in our heart and we see it all, you know? And when we do, we make peace with acceptance. We make peace with that we need to make peace with, you know? And in this peace, it brings relief and wisdom and connection. And then we learn to be okay, you guys, with not being perfect. We're okay with impermanence. That's a hard one. You know, we don't want things to change, do we? Everybody wants things to stay the same, but they really don't. Everything changes. Wabi Sabi says, yes, it changes and it's beautiful. It's still beautiful. It always will be beautiful. Wabi Sabi is the beauty of things imperfect, impermanent, and incomplete. So much different from our Western culture, where beauty is something that's perfect and enduring forever. So much difference. To me, Wabi Sabi is just getting back to the basics. Just getting back to the basics of life. It's not a session about getting rid of the stuff in your house. That's not what I'm talking about. It's not about minimalism. It's about choosing what you want in your life. Right? It's about choosing. Think about that. Have you really thought about what you want in your life and in your house? Think that's important. Inside and out. Material and immaterial. What do you want? So I went through my house when I got this incredible Wabi Sabi book that talks about what it is and talks about Wabi Sabi in your house and talks about food. That's Wabi Sabi. It's really cool. Anyway, it talks about it being inside and out. And to me, that's really neat. It talks about a Wabi Sabi means looking at your life, cleaning out, cluttering out what's inside and what's in your home. Inside and out. I want simplicity, I want beauty, I want acceptance, and I want to be grateful. And I want lots of love in my life. Embracing Wabi Sabi is as easy and understanding as accepting all of it, all imperfections as well. It's about being compassionate with who you are as a person and building on whatever that is. Not trying to rebuild yourself in order to pose as somebody else. To pose as something different than you are, because as you are is perfect. It takes a mind that's quiet enough to appreciate rather than to perfect. Simplicity, beauty, quiet, gratitude. And there it is. Simple. It's not as simple as it really gets. And that's my prayer for all of us. May we be both Wabi and Sabi. And so it is. Amen.